Photosynthesis is the process that converts energy from sunlight into food. Photosynthesis feeds the world, taking rays of sunlight and turning it into food on your plate, which is a few steps in between. Remember that in photosynthesis, light energy, carbon dioxide, and water are used to produce glucose or sugar and oxygen. After shedding some sunlight on how photosynthesis begins with the light reactions, we're now ready to learn the second part of photosynthesis called the dark reactions, otherwise known as the Calvin cycle. This step is also sometimes referred to as the Calvin-Benson cycle, as it gets its name from the scientist who discovered it. While sunlight is used during the light reaction to produce ATP and the electron carrier NADPH, the dark reactions use these products to complete photosynthesis without the use of light energy. The light reactions produce ATP and NADPH in the thylakoids of chloroplasts. These products are released into the stroma of the chloroplast. Here, the Calvin cycle can take off using carbon dioxide from the air to create sugars. This is the synthesis part of photosynthesis, where the plants will finish cooking up some food with the help of a little carbon dioxide. The key to creating sugars comes from carbon fixation, where inorganic carbon is fixed into organic carbon, such as sugars. In the Calvin cycle, carbon dioxide is fixed into an organic molecule with the help of an enzyme called rubisco. Here, the carbon dioxide that we exhale as waste is used by plants performing photosynthesis. So let's highlight some of the steps that are in this Calvin cycle. Rubisco joins 3 carbon dioxide molecules with 3 5-carbon molecules that each have 2 phosphates, called RUBP. 6 3-carbon molecules are created, each with 1 phosphate. 6 ATP molecules are then used, donating another phosphate to each molecule. Next, 6 NADPH electron carriers from the light reactions carry electrons to this Calvin cycle. They are oxidized to NADP+, donating electrons to the carbon molecules, which then become reduced. This results in 6 superenergetic 3-carbon molecules called glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, or G3P. This makes a 3-carbon molecule with 1 phosphate group. One of these lucky G3P molecules gets used to create glucose or other carbon molecules as it exits the cycle, while the rest of the 5 molecules are rearranged with the aid of 3 ATP that recreate 3 RUBP molecules that can begin the cycle again. This is the regeneration of RUBP that allows the Calvin cycle to continue. The G3P molecule that exits the cycle is the most important. 2 G3P molecules can create 1 glucose molecule. This glucose molecule is the building block of creating everything else in the plant and what fuels every other organism that eats plants, like us. In this lesson, we've learned how the dark reactions, or the Calvin cycle, use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere as well as ATP and NADPH from the light reactions to make sugar. Remember that the light reactions also used water and produced oxygen as waste. 3 CO2 molecules are used in carbon fixation by the enzyme rubisco. 1 carbon dioxide is used at a time, resulting in steps that fix, rearrange, and energize carbon molecules, eventually forming 1 3-carbon molecule called G3P, or glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is released. G3P is the starting material for glucose and other sugars as well. Therefore, the products of the light reaction created with sunlight fuel the dark reactions to create food. This completes photosynthesis and helps feed the world.